Downtown Detroit, Michigan, and welcome to Ford Field. I'm Gus Johnson along with Chris Collinsworth as the Detroit Lions take on the Ravens. Baltimore will be kicking off to begin the game. He got all of this one, a high, deep kick.
Sometimes in that situation, you see a guy break it out of there for a big gainer, and the crowd goes crazy, and everybody's excited, and sometimes you get stopped inside the 20 and it hurts your team.
Looks to throw it. He lost yardage on the play. Nothing doing on that play.
Be patient out there. When you see an opportunity, that's when you attack. But don't force it.
Set. Hey.
I can tell you there's nothing more fun than playing offensive football when your offensive line is getting that kind of push.
Set. The pass is tipped away. Set. Running out of time.
Man, that guy has a great jump off the ball. In the league now, we are seeing some of the best athletes in all of football playing the defensive end position, and if you can't get them blocked, you're going to have to start thinking about chipping them with the back or putting a tight end over there. You could see he saw where the hole was or where it was supposed to be, but it just closed up so quickly.
5 yards. Here comes the heat. Gets it away. It's tipped away. Great defense. Number 4 was the intended receiver on the play. Tucker can give his team the lead with this field goal. The kick is good. It's a long, high kick.
Go with the ground attack. You got to take it to him.
Ball on the 16-yard line. Number 26 racks up 5 on the run. Brings up 2nd down and 5. Set. Purple, 49. Hey. He's pushed out of bounds at the 35. Everything seemed to work perfectly on that one.
And that's a pattern that this team likes to run. You know they've been studying that all week on film, and yet they still can't stop it.
The catch is made. Patrick Johnson gains about 5 yards on the play. Now it's 2nd and 4. Set. Silver, 19. Breaks it for a big gain and the 1st down.
Yes, sir. He really found a nice hole, was able to exploit it for a good gain. They're going to have to do a better job getting in those running lanes if they're going to stop him consistently.
You can tell these guys practice that play quite a bit.
Yeah, I can remember hearing stories about old-time players in the NFL that literally they could go out in the pitch black and make throws and catches catches without really even seeing the ball. That's the kind of timing we're seeing today.
Brings it in for the monster gain. Touchdown, Detroit.
You better kick it here.
Bates tacks on the extra point. Short kick. They're going to get good field position out of this. Hill fields it at the 19.
A smart coach would call this one.
And the pass is incomplete. Number 7 was the intended receiver on the play.
This play might work.
Misses the receiver, and it's incomplete. Number 80 was his intended target. Incomplete. Number 7 was his intended target. Number 11 back deep to return.
You got to be aware of everything going on out there. If you see a weakness, you got to attack it.
Opening to the left. He's still on his feet.
Having a good mix of run and pass plays will help keep that defense honest.
Now it's 2nd and 4. Set. Has a man deep. And he dropped it.
Yeah, it looked for a minute like he was playing basketball there. He was just dribbling that ball down the field.
He's going to run with it. Loose ball. Loses it out of bounds. Still a lot of time left, but at the end of 1, the score is 7-3.
Spread the ball around and make sure the defense knows that they have to cover every receiver.
Set. Hey. Deep pass. End zone. And the pass falls incomplete.
And you know you're going to get hit as a wide receiver. You've got to hang on to those balls, but that was a big shot.
Throw this one to your halfback. Get it to him early and let him make some moves.
Set. Hey. He loads up for the deep throw. It's complete for a big gain.
If you don't like what you see with the defense, you can always audible into something else.
And the ball on the 28-yard line. Set. Hey. Here's the throw. The catch is made.
Nice throw by the quarterback that time, and this offense keeps this drive alive. 3 first downs now on this one.
Ball on the 13-yard line.
Texas 36. Set. Texas 36. Hey.
Rifles it downfield. Touchdown, Detroit.
You better kick it here.
Set. Hey.
Bates adds the extra point. It's a long, high kick. Number 3 fields the ball at the 5. Runs through the tackle. They forced a 3 and out on the last series.
This is a good defense to call.
First down and 10. Under heavy pressure. The catch is made. Jackson might have been injured on that one.
Now, a smart coach would call this defense.
They're looking to second and about 2. And that will definitely be enough for the first down.
Yeah, you're not kidding. They can't keep giving up those big chunks of yardage like that. If they do, it's going to be awfully tough to stop this offense.
He's getting it done out there. And you know, I talked to the offensive coordinator before the game on the field, and he told me he was going to be an important part of this offensive game plan. And they will break up the no-huddle. The catch is made. Nearly picked off. He should have had that one. Andrews was the intended receiver. Up in the pocket to get away from a defender. And he throws it away. He helped the offense by jumping offside.
There's nothing offensive coordinators like more than getting a cheap 5 yards. It just opens up that playbook.
He's going deep. He bats the ball away.
Pretty impressive athleticism on that play. Be able to turn his hips and run and still get his hands on the football.
Receiver, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, it wasn't close because the big guy was giving him a whack just as he let that one go. He was really under some pressure that time.
Number 11 is back deep to return.
Get this one to your halfback and let him drive it in the middle. Milk this drive for all it's worth.
To be that all the speed was on the offense, but these days with the way these safeties and corners and heck linebackers and defensive linemen can run, awfully tough to get outside.
Yellow 16, yellow 16. Hey.
The pass falls incomplete. Patrick was the intended receiver on the play.
Look for the open guy out there and get it to him quickly.
Check slide. Yellow 16. Yellow 16. Hey.
Passes it downfield.
Be efficient here. You can't afford to let time slip away from you.
It's 1st and 10.
Yellow 16, yellow 16. Red 25. Hey.
Caught by the tailback. And he can break it.
Don't try and throw this to the middle of the field. Your guy will never have a chance to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
Set, check slide. Yellow 16. Hey.
At the 40. Defense pushes him out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
This is your chance to try something deep. Look for a mismatch and bomb it out there.
Set. Red 25.
Here comes the heat. Don't throw it off. And the pass falls incomplete. Number 14 was his intended target.
This is a time to look down the field. Look for your guy to find a hole in the defense and get him the ball.
Yellow 16. Yellow 16.
Hamilton picks it off.
This is a good defense to call.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
Set.
Steps up in the pocket to get away from a defender. Lets it go deep. It's tipped, and he still makes the catch. Touchdown! And he adds the point after. We've played a half of football, and our score is the Lions 14, the Ravens 10. Bates looks ready to send it deep. He kicks it high and long.
Give this one a shot.
And the pass falls incomplete. Number 42 was his intended target.
Heck, this is a good one to call.
6-yard pickup.
You should stop him with this play.
See those linebackers playing downhill like that, not just flowing sideline to sideline, but attacking and trying to get in the backfield. Well, they might not be breaking off any big gains, but you can see those offensive linemen still working hard down there.
The catch is made.
Call this defense here.
Racks up 5 on the run.
Give this defense a shot.
It's 2nd down and 6. The catch is made, and he is drilled. What a hit.
Very nice start to the drive, 3 first downs, and a pretty ball thrown that time by the quarterback.
It's 1st and 10.
You gotta be kidding me. You can't keep letting your big money quarterback get hit like that. He's going to be out of the game. That's one of those situations the quarterback gets back in the huddle and he starts looking around at the guys like, you want to earn your paycheck today?
Look out, heavy pressure on him. Steps up in the pocket to get away from a defender. The pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, it just didn't give him time to go through his reads. Clearly the first guy was not open, but he tried to throw it anyway and almost got picked off.
The catch is made.
You know, it really wasn't a horrible call that time by the defense, but anytime you have to try and stop an offense like this in those medium yardage situations, you really have to come up with it.
It's a pass. The catch is made. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker adds the extra point. It's a long, high kick.
Well, he took a gamble on that one, and as we all know, sometimes you gamble and it pays off. Sometimes you gamble and you're inside the 20.
Set. Hey.
It's a gain of 4.
Why don't you show the defense what a finely tuned machine you are?
It's 2nd down and 6.
Set.
Takes it out left. He's got room. Bounces off the tackler. That was a great hit. He wasn't getting away from that one.
Well, they brought the blitz that time. The offensive line did a pretty good job recognizing it. They got the blocks, but the back was still able to get out of there for a nice game.
Set.
And he'll lose yardage on the play.
Yeah, and we know defensive ends are probably some of the most athletic guys in the league, and typically you think about them getting after the quarterback, but that time he used his athleticism to make a big stop in the run.
And that'll bring this quarter to an end, and our score is the Ravens 17, the Lions 14.
Be patient out there. When you see an opportunity, that's when you attack. But don't force it.
Set. Riverside.
He's got room off the left side. Williams drags him down to the ground. He's put on an almost unbelievable performance. You don't normally see a yards per carry average as high as his today.
Set. Riverside. Hey.
They're going deep. The catch is made.
Let's move this football.
Set. Hey.
Takes it out left. He's got room. Number 26 gets about a yard on the play.
Set.
And a huge run at a pivotal juncture in this game.
Patience, patience, patience. Anytime you see a play broken like that, you have to allow those big blockers to pull out in front, get up in the hole, and if the running back goes too fast or gets in too big a hurry, it doesn't work. That time, his patience was the difference.
1st down, 10 to go.
Set. Hey.
He's got room off the left side. He won't be brought down. Just just a great game today. He's carried the load for this offense and has picked up some nice yards on just about every carry. Takes off with it, and he's in the clear, and they'll score.
The quarterbacks don't always like to run the football, but they're like anybody else. If they see that pay dirt down there in the end zone, they're willing to stick their head in and go for it.
And the point after is good. Bates gets set to kick it away. He got all of this one, a high, deep kick.
Great situation for the offense right now. If you can take a slow, methodical drive down the field, get a touchdown, win the game, and not give the other offense a chance to get the ball back.
Number 23. Got it! It's a loose ball. Loses it out of bounds.
Time's on your side here. Try to use as much of it as you can.
It's 1st and 10.
Purple, 49.
To the 10. He's got it. Touchdown.
You better kick it here.
The PAT is up and good. Bates looks ready to send it deep. He kicks it high and long. Number 3 corrals the ball at the 5.
Well, there's nothing tougher in the kicking game than to try and catch the ball in a tight space like that and bust it up the field for a big play. But you have to give him some credit. I like the effort. I like the courage it takes to try and make a play like that.
He passed the ball away. Number 7 was the intended receiver on the play.
Try this one.
Under heavy pressure.
Well, it's becoming pretty obvious at this point that they're having trouble blocking this defensive line. Now you really don't have a choice. You have to go to more 3- and 5-step drops. Get that ball out of there quickly.
Running out of time. He avoids the rush by stepping up in the pocket. Goes out of bounds at the 22.
Clever play that time defensively. It looked like he was going to be open quickly for the catch and the first down. They closed in, made the tackle, and that brings up the goal.
And the pass is incomplete. And the defense gives up some free yards to the offense.
And Gus, I always thought defensive penalties were so much more deflating than offensive penalties. You know, as an offense, you get a chance to make up for it. On defense, though, usually it's big yardage and automatic first down.
At the 50.
Silver, 28.
The catch is made at the 30.
Yeah, great throw, but maybe even a better read. He understood by watching what the defense did after the snap of the football exactly where to go with that ball.
They hurry to the line. Can't stay in bounds. Incomplete pass.
Not a perfectly timed throw that time. Held on to it just a little too long and led the receiver out of bounds.
Misses the receiver, and it's incomplete. Number 15 was the intended receiver on the play.
This is a good one to call.
Here comes the heat. Here's the pass. The pass is tipped away. And the defense gives up some free yards to the offense.
And Gus, I always thought defensive penalties were so much more deflating than offensive penalties. You know, as an offense, you get a chance to make up for it. On defense, though, usually it's big yardage and automatic first downs.
Passes in the end zone. Right through his hands. He almost had the pick.
And that would have been a huge defensive play, a chance to get this defense off the field, stop the drive, but he just couldn't hold on to it.
Look out, heavy pressure on him. Jump ball in the end zone. The catch is made. Under heavy pressure. The pass falls incomplete. And they failed to convert that time.
This defense might work.
Number 87 fields it at the 42. On the play.
There are just some guys in this league that you have to run away from, but the danger in that is you run away from him and he uses his speed to catch you from behind.
Bounces off the tackle. The offensive line has been doing a good job opening up some holes. Our final in this one is the Lions, 28, the Ravens, 23. Thanks again for joining us for this EA Sports matchup. For Chris Collinsworth, this is Gus Johnson saying so long.